I know what you're thinking. Why are we back here? We were done. We saw all of the notebook entries, apart from the ones that require obscene amounts of grind that no one should ever do. We got the secret ending. We got everything. We're done. Well, I was talking to people. I have spoken to many people about my journey through this game, shall we say. And it has come to my attention. There is DLC.
Where should I begin?
There is free.
Oh, it seems a letter has arrived.
There is free DLC. Free DLC was released for this game 6 months after the fact. And would you like to know what's in this DLC? In this DLC, which is mostly just cutscenes, is plot points, story beats. Would you like to know backstories and motivation? Would you like to know what the fuck Valkyria was talking about when she said she plans to wipe out humanity with the Azure power that one time and it was never brought up again? Would you like to know a lot of things that were ripped from the goddamn game to be given to you later? A lot of holes in plot, both development and just its goddamn foundation. I am very livid. When I found out about this, I was so infuriated. I was talking to someone and I was explaining to them, like, oh, yeah, okay, this story has things going on, but there's a lot of shit that it doesn't touch upon. The fact that the Valkyria only gets that little ass notebook fragment is insane. And then he told me shit. He mentioned shit. Then I'm just like, that's not in the game. Where is that? He's like, oh yeah, DLC. What? And then I looked it up, and there's a fair amount. There's like, or how many DLC packs did I have to download? Something like 5 or 6 DLC packs, all of just cutscenes and shit. So we're gonna just go through them. I think there's one mission. I am so livid that this exists.
That is just one part of history.
Is it in here? There we go. Look at all this. Look at all this. I'm not gonna do this in one episode because I don't want another like 2.5 hour long video. So I've got a list here. Right, I got a list. I made the list myself by checking on the PSN store. I'm gonna go through them in chunks of like relevance. Like the ones there are ones that are based. There are two for the Valkyria, which are important. Do you want to know where the hell that ring came from and how he even knew how to get the ring? Sure, here it is. DLC. Cool. Very annoyed. Very angered. I will admit, I'm a little tilted that this happened. So I'm gonna go through these in order of relevance, and this is gonna probably be maybe like 3 short episodes, maybe 4, I don't know. But I'm so annoyed. I am actually so annoyed. So we're gonna start with the actual ones that matter.
That song. There's no mistaking it. Aslaug. So you will oppose me. What do you want? Do not look to me as though you have something to say.
The return of my consciousness is proof you are faltering. Does that song unsettle your heart so much? Is it because you haven't forgotten them? Your emotions as a mother?
Do not speak as though you know me.
But I do. Now that I've become your vessel, I have become you. I too had a family. They weren't my own children from having loved someone as you did, but they are still my precious, beloved family.
What nonsense.
Then why do you look away? You loved that man and gave birth to a daughter. A noble woman like yourself opened your heart to him. How can you say there's no love? Isn't he still on your mind? In your heart? Despite the vast amount of time that we mortals can't even imagine.
Silence.
Do you not feel that familial bond in her song? His child and yours. Your own...
Silence! Love? Family? I discarded those long ago. Because I had such feelings, I committed a grave sin and was punished for it. It was my fault that all of us ended up bound to a ring for eternity. If a man obtains the ring, we are forced into servitude and must bend to his will, regardless of his disposition. This shame. If it were simply me, I could have endured it. But to punish the others as well? That girl. That song is dangerous. She does not threaten only us. As long as mortals do not realize their own folly, the destruction of the world will not stop. That song will be a burden that hastens the wheel of fate. I can still hear it, feel it. Even a hint of its melody is enough to stir the world. Yes. I remember. I remember what must be done. And I remember the true meaning of my sentence with the contract. I will not be deceived. I will not falter. I must atone. And I must destroy it. The azure light that devours the world. That is how I will save the world. And us. Aslaug, my daughter. No matter how much your song pains me, I will not stop. This torment is my punishment. The proof of my sin.
Wouldn't that have been good information to have during the actual main game? The fact that not only was she punished for falling in love with a human, but both the human that she fell in love with and the daughter that she birthed were also sealed into different rings? Wouldn't that be something that would be nice to know about? And that's her motivation? That's her motivation for wanting to destroy mankind? Wouldn't that have been good to know? I guess not. I guess not. Who needs to know about these things? That one scene had more actual development for her character and explanations for everything than the main game. Why?
So this is the Valkyria.
Mortal.
It is precisely as the legends say. A single ring bound to the man, another to the woman, a covenant to bring her forth, a wedding vow to serve him. He who masters this ring gains an oath of obedience from the godlike entity within, inside a female human's mortal coil. A marriage with death itself. More curse than blessing, no?
My power is one of destruction. It exists to destroy you mortals. This power shall doubtlessly lead this world to ruin. Slowly, but surely. And yet, you still seek me out, mortal. Perhaps you yourself seek...
Ha! It matters not. One day, I will rule the entire world, for richer or poorer, for sickness or health, for better or worse. You are mine.
They never change.
What?
They never change at all. You are the same as all the other human vermin who once desired my power. The azure light brings ruin. How many times must I warn all of you? Will you not realize until that time is upon you? Are mortals that foolish?
Is that all you wish to speak? Then forever hold your peace. Kneel before me. Your name?
Brunhilde.
Rejoice, Brunhilde, for I am not like any other man. I shall prove it to you by taking your power for myself. Our power!
How foolish. It seems humanity does not change. Authority, honor, power. For egotistic desires, they extend their hands toward forces beyond their understanding. They do not realize that their greed tightens the noose around their necks. Foolish they may be, however, they are strong. Overflowing with ambition, vitality. Indeed, just as he was. With the power of this ring, I have obtained a body in this world once again. No matter what this man's ambitions are, I shall continue my atonement. Until the day I rid the world of the azure light.
Okay, so that's a grand total of maybe like 8 minutes of cutscene that was just ripped out of the base game. That just explains her character. That's a solid 8 minutes that just explains her character. And we just didn't get that in the base game because of 2 cutscenes that weren't even that long. Just ripped out and just given 6 months down the line. Because sure. The others I hope aren't as egregious.